Okay, the next question is, describe a time when you had to work with a difficult teammate. How did you handle the situation? Here's a good answer. In a previous role, I was working on a new feature for a product, and one of my teammates had a very different approach to the design than I did. While I preferred a more straightforward and modular approach, they leaned towards a complex, highly customized solution. This led to disagreements, and I could tell it was affecting our ability to work cohesively as a team. I quickly recognized that continuing to debate without understanding each other's perspectives could derail the project timeline. To address this, I set up a meeting specifically to align on our goals for the project and understand why each of us favored our respective approaches. During the meeting, I actively listened to their reasoning without interrupting. This helped me see their approach had merit for addressing certain edge cases that my solution might not handle as well. After they finished, I shared my perspective, emphasizing scalability and future maintenance. To find a middle ground, I suggested we build a quick prototype for each approach and benchmark them against our performance requirements. My teammate agreed, and we worked together to build and test both versions. This collaborative exercise not only improved the feature itself, but also helped us build mutual respect and trust. Ultimately, we combined elements from both approaches into a hybrid solution that was both modular and could handle the edge cases efficiently. Reflecting on this experience, I learned the value of open communication and the importance of focusing on the project's goals rather than personal preferences. This experience reinforced my belief in using healthy collaboration to turn different viewpoints into a stronger final product. Why this works? It should work well because 1. Shows emotional intelligence. By acknowledging the challenge, the response demonstrates empathy and understanding that differences in approach are natural, but can be managed with the right communication. 2. Highlights collaboration and problem solving. Rather than focusing on the difficulty, the answer emphasizes collaborative problem solving. 3. Reflects growth and self-awareness. Concluding with a lesson learned shows that you're adaptable, reflective, and committed to continuous improvement. What you should avoid saying. 1. Avoid blaming the teammate entirely. Don't describe the teammate as difficult in an overly negative or personal way. For example, avoid saying things like, they just never listened to anyone else or they didn't know what they were doing. Blaming a teammate entirely for the conflict can make you come across as unwilling to take responsibility or unable to see the bigger picture. 2. Avoid downplaying your own role in the situation. Even if you weren't the main source of the conflict, it's best not to make yourself sound like the only reasonable person in the situation. Statements like, I tried to be the bigger person while they wouldn't compromise, can make you seem condescending or inflexible. 3. Don't focus solely on the negative aspects. Avoid giving an answer that dwells on the difficulties without showing how you address the issues. Saying something like, it was frustrating to work with them because they always wanted to do things their way, without a follow up about what you did to improve collaboration, can make it seem like you're venting or unprepared to handle such situations constructively. 4. Avoid highlighting ongoing, unresolved conflict. While you may not always reach a perfect resolution, it's better to focus on situations where you actively sought and achieved some level of compromise or progress. Responses like, I still don't think they were very collaborative, and it impacted our team's results, imply that you are quick to hold grudges or place blame, which may raise concerns about your team-oriented skills. 5. Don't mention only external solutions, like involving a manager. Try to avoid describing a situation where your primary response was to escalate to a manager or someone outside the team. Focus instead on steps you personally took to solve the issue. If escalation was necessary, show how you used it constructively to enable communication rather than simply to shift responsibility. Thanks for watching. For more tech interview questions, please go to bowsy8.com.